Good morning. My name is Reverend Connie Simon. Thank you for joining us here at the First Unitarian Church of Cincinnati for this post-Christmas, not quite New Year poetry and music meditation. We'll begin in just a moment with our story for all ages, and then you'll hear a variety of pieces of poetry and music. The music will all be performed by our own music director and by members of the First Church community. So grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and enjoy the service.
A Child's Calendar is a collection of poems by John Updike, illustrated by Trina Shart-Hyman. Instead of sharing all the poems with you today, though, I'm only going to share with you one, the last poem in this collection, the poem titled December. First snow, the flakes so few, so light, remake the world in solid white. All bundled up, we feel as if we were fat penguins, warm and stiff. The toy-packed shops half split their sides, and Mother brings home things she hides. Old carols peal, the dusk is dense. There is a mood of sweet suspense. The shepherds wait, the kings, the tree, all wait for something yet to be. Some miracle, and then it's here, wrapped up in hope. Another year. I wonder, what hope do you carry with you into 2021? Share with a family member or friend this week or during coffee hour after the service.
I lift my eyes up to the hills. From where will my help come? My help comes from love abundant. My help comes from the hills. My help, it comes from ancient mothers whose hearts beat in mine. It comes from the trees that sway and the breeze that sways them. My help comes from all that was and is and will ever be. I lift my eyes, hushed by the soothing touch of waves, caressing wounded shores, wounded souls. I lift my eyes to the horizon, bathed by the hum of mothers and mothers' mothers, cradling, gently rocking. I lift my voice, call of the sea, trees, sister, moon, earth, mother, my soul weeping, a symphony of life overflowing. I give myself. I too hum through every pore with every breath. I give myself, an extension of all that is, was, and ever will be. Okay.
With a mind that holds a plan, with a hand that holds a key, with a heart that holds a dream, love reaches out. When a family's torn apart, when the street is all you have, when your faith begins to break, love reaches out. Love reaches out. Love reaches out. Here by your side, bringing you home. Love reaches out. Through the pain your eyes have seen, through the voices in your head, through the war you still endure, love reaches out. To the man who asks for change, to the mother and the child, to the elder all alone, love reaches out. Love reaches out. Love reaches out. Here by your side, bringing you home, love reaches out. Let us take this night to strengthen and inspire. Let love and compassion be the source that fuels the fire. If you find yourself in need, if you fear what lies ahead, if we forge a path of trust, love reaches out. Where hope replaces hate, where wounds begin to heal, where we all will have a home, love reaches out. Love reaches out. Love reaches out. Here by your side, bringing you home, love reaches out. Love reaches out. Love reaches out. Here by your side, bringing you home, love reaches out. Here by your side, bringing you home, love reaches out.
Yesterday, there were fewer cars at the arrivals dock at the Portland airport than there were dogs being walked on my block. Yesterday, a friend reported a clandestine meeting, a walk with her elderly mother, careful to keep a 6-foot distance as they strolled together in the sunshine. Yesterday, schools were closed, and bars, and restaurants. We no longer gather laughing in bustling crowds of strangers who might become friends. But today, people in Italy sang together out their balconies. Meals on Wheels drivers put bags of food on doorknobs backed up 6 feet and waited to see if the seniors were okay. Today, the technology that we swore was killing our relationships, those phones our youth sink into, ignoring the world in front of them, is saving us, letting us gather, see one another's faces. Tomorrow, fewer people will sicken and die if we keep. Through the windy night, something is coming up the path towards the house. I have always hated to wait for things. I think I will go to meet whatever it is. See how the winds have shaped her hands to hold hope? So tenuous it trembles like a hummingbird's heart. She gently carries hope to a nest in the midst of a maelstrom and tilts it into the tiny bowl of feathers and mosses. Hope is so hard to cup. She might need your help when it seeps through the cracks of her fingers. Place your hands like this around hers. Together it can be done. When it hatches, when the nest is no more, watch the wing pick up hope and lay it softly into the welcome of upraised palms. Okay, done.
you share some of your questions with me? If you will show me acceptance, then I may learn to give as you do. Then I may learn to give. When I am troubled, will you listen to me? When I am lonely, will you be my friend? Will you be there for me, comfort me tenderly? Will you share some of your feelings with me? If you will show me commitment, then I may learn to love as you do. Then I may learn to love.
Glitter Road by January Gill O'Neill. I'll take my miracles however they appear these days. A salamander poking its head above the bricks, the shocking blue overcoat of the season's first bluebird, a spider web unbroken. At the corner of Molly Bar and McElroy, I saw a thick trail of glitter in the curve of the right turn lane. Fuchsia. Heavy shimmer refracting the noonday sun, as if laying flat a rainbow's extracted hue. Not paint or blood or a parade shedding its cheer. It's the faded streak of eyeshadow as it trails into flecks, then disappears. I think of cars passing through this moment, their undercarriages aglow with possibility. Hard not to feel good riding a glistening wave, my tires now bespeckled with a purple sheen that's tough to rid or wash away, the road ahead made beautiful by this temporary shine. more than 33 years of teaching writing to college students, the unexpected happened. I found myself starting to lose steam, began searching for an expiration date. Nothing had changed, really. The students were great, the job was a privilege, but I grew increasingly tired of hearing myself talk. And when I walked by the classrooms of younger teachers, I sensed an energy that my own classes no longer had. So I announced that spring 2020 would be my final semester, and as my last day in the classroom neared, I let myself dream. I imagined my retirement as a bursting forth, a late-stage adventure, a time to travel, to commence with goals long put off by faculty meetings and marking student papers. Maybe it will be someday. Right now, though, well into our pandemic social distancing protocol, my retirement looks like this. Stay the hell home. Sit the hell down. Stare out the window. Watch for the mail. Spy on the neighbors out of sheer boredom. If the sun is warm enough, wander my 16 by 16 foot backyard until I can name every blade of grass and identify every loose bit of brick on the retaining wall. Over the years, I've watched as elderly neighbors lived this sort of restricted life and thought, not me, no way, no chance. But whoever is in charge of this world has their own sense of humor. Postponed. Suspended. That's how it all feels. I'm not fully out of my old life, but neither am I quite in my new life. I feel like a bug, sealed in amber but wide awake. Buddhist teachers have been urging us for many years now to live in the present moment. And now that we can, it turns out to be very, very difficult. This is not the moment we chose. This is not a moment sparkling with possibility, not a sunrise on a mountain. The moment, to be honest, if you're lucky enough to be healthy and not fighting the virus on the front lines, is rather dull. As retirement neared, I often assured my friends and myself, oh, I'll be busy. It's not as if I'm going to just sit in my easy chair all day staring at the wall. Now I sit in my easy chair and can't stop thinking of my favorite John Lennon quote, "Life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans." My plan for today is to make dinner. Retirement doesn't feel so different. It's just the new normal. Lots of people are suspended in amber right now. But at least I retired by choice. There's a blessing I have to count. I'm still here. That's another blessing. And that wall, I'm staring at the wall more than I ever planned, but also noticing that when the afternoon sun streams through the living room window, it takes on beautiful shadows. Knit 6, purl 6, sets of 2 rows, 4 rows, 6 rows, up to 12 patterns repeating, steady, soothingly same. This is not what life is like. Life is like picking up a tousled hunk of yarn pulled out of the basket by an impatient child looking for a string too many times. You find an end, you follow the thread for a while, and sooner or later you hit a tangle. Knots and twists and loops all mixed up together. Sometimes I sit there and untangle it, pulling little by little until I have one piece stretched out and can go on to the next one. Sometimes I grab a pair of scissors and cut. Enough. I only needed a little anyway. But sometimes I hold the tangle in my hand, amazed for a moment at the complexity, the mess. I look at it and think this can't be solved. It just is. There are patterns, connections, confusing ones, frustrating ones, the thread turning back on itself as life also does. The tangled things will always be here in this moment I am living through right now, whatever comes after. Even if I work through this, even if I cut the cord and walk away, look at the tangled knot in the yarn. Look at how it hurts. It matters how we walk the world, to see with hearts, to acknowledge grief, to see in others the same sparkle so familiar in our own mother's eye, to learn the old names, to say them with dignity. That is important. Courage is not a crown, more like chattering of teeth, the knot in the stomach at choosing the long, hard way. Owning what is not known, that takes courage. And knowing that hunger can be for bread as for justice, having a glimpse of home is part of it. Not homes had, but the ones to build, where there will be room for everyone at the table. And for those who only want a cool glass of lemonade, there will be a porch on the sunny side of the street, under the knowing eye of a wise nearby tree. Go slow if you can. Slower. More slowly still. Friendly, dark, or fearsome, this is no place to break your neck by rushing, by running, by crashing into what you cannot see. Then again, it is true, different darks have different tasks. And if you have arrived here unawares, if you have come in peril or in pain, this might be no place you should dawdle. I do not know what these shadows ask of you, what they might hold that means you good or ill. It's not for me to reckon whether you should linger or you should leave. But this is what I can ask for you, that in the darkness there be a blessing, that in the shadows there be a welcome, that in the night you be encompassed by the love that knows your name. Okay. All right. thank you for joining us for this special music and poetry meditation today. We'll return to our regular service format on January 3rd with Welcome 2021.